Dum 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 dum. Take the hit, take the hit, take the hit. Boom, 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 boom. Welcome back to FPL Take The Hit. You're here with Mick and Joff, and boy, do we have a show for you boys and girls out there. Yeah,
it's gonna be a good show. Yeah, game week 3, a couple weeks in, man. It's what a beautiful time for the FPL family, huh? What a beautiful time. It's we're starting to really understand what's going on in the who's starting, who's on set pieces, who's lost set pieces, all that kind of stuff. It's a beautiful time. It's a glorious time, actually. Yes,
it's a fun time to be here. We've got our game week 3 preview coming to you guys today. We're gonna have a look at a few player pairings that I've put together, and I'm sure Joff will add a few more, and just really have a look at these players for the medium and the long term, even the short term, in game week 3, and who we're looking at and who we're feeling is gonna be good going forward. We've got a bit more information now, 2 game weeks in, so I feel like we're ready to push on.
Yes. Shall we kick it off? Go on, get started with the lineup. What's the lineup, Nick?
Well, I'd like to kick it off with a little howl from Ray. Yeah, she knows it's about to come. It's time for our Gut Feeling Friday. Gut feeling. I'm kicking it straight off, mate, because the first guy I want to talk about this week is Mr. Phil Foden. Mr. Phil Foden, who's going to get minutes for City. We are going to be playing Pepper Roulette come game week 5, perhaps. But right now, I think Foden's guaranteed minutes.
Yeah, he should. He should get some starts. He definitely he looked the player of the pitch, didn't he, against Newcastle? They only won 1-0. It could have been a belting. Haaland had like 40 chances. It was glorious. And Alvarez, when he plays, he scores. So there's a couple of players here with Foden and Alvarez to just feel into to bring in potentially this week, next week. I don't know. It's do we get to see Alvarez more than 2,500 minutes, more than that? If we get to see more than 2,500 minutes of Alvarez in the season, I'll be wrapped. It'd be a treat for us all, and also Foden as well. It'd be lovely to see 3,000 minutes of Foden. Imagine Foden got a season. Wouldn't that be fun?
I think it's time, mate. I think the prophecy is about to fulfill itself and play out, and we're going to see Foden play minutes. It's just that's the way it's played out. Even with the signings that are coming, who's playing centrally? Foden's playing centrally. Unless Pep puts out an ultra defensive formation and plays Kovacic, Rodri, who else is he going to put in the center?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bernardo, maybe.
Bernardo, maybe. It might probably be.
Generate the goals from this season. Where's it going to come from? It's going to come from Foden. It's going to come from maybe a little bit of Grealish, a little bit of Captain Jack, and it's going to come from Alvarez and Haaland.
Yeah, it's going to come from Haaland, isn't it? Haaland's going to score on at least 60-70% of their goals. That's how it's going to go down.
But someone's got to pass Haaland the ball.
Of course. I mean, anyone can do that, to be fair. Especially Doku, the new signing, the Belgian. He's a little pacey winger. It's going to be interesting to see a new Mahrez potential. I mean, he's not. I wouldn't liken him to Mahrez, but it's just like all of a sudden we've got Mahrez energy back. What's going on? What happens again with Foden and Alvarez, though, Mick?
I think they're going to play minutes. We're going to obviously we all know about Pep Roulette. We played that game a few times. And sometimes you roll a 0, but that's the thing with Pep. We saw in game week 2, he didn't make a substitution.
There you go.
Not a single substitution. Yeah, so even if you had the likes of whoever got benched, I don't know, let's say Stones, even though he's injured, he didn't come on, so you get your bench player. There's a little pep roulette, little gift sometimes, when he doesn't make a sub like that. So sometimes you get 0 minutes, that's fine. Have a good bench option.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to increase my bench options over the next little bit to facilitate Foden and Alvarez's resting when it does happen. They're going to get rotated, fair enough. But when they're playing, there's goals in that team.
Yes. It's going to be interesting about Sheffield. Let's see. We've potentially brought in 1 or 2 of these fellas. We'll get to that as we move forward. But Fernandes and Rashford, Nottingham Forest this week. A Manchester United team that hasn't conceded to Nottingham Forest since Forest has come back up, and that has scored plenty. So this is going to be interesting. This one, I'm very curiously going to be watching this. I have taken out Fernandes this week, but I mean Rashi. I've got him. I had them both. I think they're both really good options. Fernandes could burn those sellers, and Rashi's, Rashi had a season last season, so it wouldn't surprise me if he if he has himself a day out, a big day out. And what's your feel?
Yeah, I'm going to be hiding behind the couch for this game, purely because I do feel that United are going to get a few goals. They should start their season game week 3, I feel. But at the same time, I have not liked how United have looked. So I'm expecting Nottingham Forest to put up a fight. Put up there, a couple of fighters down in Nottingham. So let's see, man. This could be a game. Yeah, we could get ourselves a game at Old Trafford. And if Rashford's playing up front, I don't like him as an option, man. We've kind of seen that in the opening game weeks. You know, when Rasmus, I think. Razzmatazz. When Razzmatazz comes in up front, fair enough. You know, shift Rashford to the wing. But there is goals in this team. Having said that, so I mean, if I own these players, I would probably keep them. If I own 2 of them, I reckon I'd sell one at least. You know, like I would sell one. I don't like how United have started, and there's players out there like we're going to speak about in Buemo and like Matoma for a lot cheaper than say Rashford and Fernandes, and they're delivering, mate. And whereas Rashford and Fernandes haven't yet.
Yeah, fair play as well. I'll see what happens. I mean, look, this week here, I have moved on Fernandes, but it's not the best week to move him on. Let's be honest, because he could go bananas. It could be an interesting game there. But what's his name? Onwehu? Like, I think he scored in his last 7 or 8 games.
One year.
Yeah.
1 year, yeah. Nana fans out there, watch out.
Man, he's. It's going to be interesting what happens here because we've got Manchester United who doesn't concede against Nottingham Forest since they've come back up, and this guy who's just a freight train hasn't stopped scoring. So I'm kind of curious to see which way this goes. It's got to go one way.
Who becomes the immovable object and the unforgettable freight train? Now 1 year, I think he scores this weekend.
Fair play. Fair play. Probably does. And Buemo and Wissa. All right, a couple of.
What's going on with this Brentford outfit? They've picked up where they left off without Tony, and they're just flying.
They all rise when Tony's not there. They all rise. It's just how it kind of goes down. And Buemo turns into. I mean, he's scored 2 penalties to be fair, and a tap in. So his goals haven't been ideal, but for quality purposes. But he's quality himself. He's a freak. Wissa, they're a good combo. They play well together. It's a well-oiled outfit. It is what it is.
You could own both these players. Like you could even Foden and Alvarez, and Buemo Wissa. You could own all 4 of them, and that's some really cheap players that are delivering right now, and I feel have the fixtures to continue delivering.
Yeah, sounds fair. Sounds fair. Obviously, with the potential new striker coming in, I guess that's all of this is about. We're close to the end of the transfer window. There still could be big names like how Doku's about to come in. It's an interesting one, but and then we've got Jackson and Chilwell. We've got Chelsea players. We've got Chelsea against Luton. What happens,
boys? This is game week 3. It's the magic of game week 3. Yeah, we spoke about United potentially starting their season game week 3. I know Chelsea are about to start their game week 3, baby. This is where it all begins.
Fair. You reckon it's time, huh?
It's time. I feel a back 4. I feel a back 4's coming. All new back 4. I feel Modric gets in the starting lineup. Sterling on the other wing. So Jackson's going to have a lot of delivery coming at him. So let's see what happens here against Luton because we've seen Luton play. We've seen how lack they are defensively. So this Chelsea team, man, let's see if they can get some goals.
Yes, sounds fair. And
Chilwell, Jackson.
And obviously Sterling as well. Sterling's someone that we've been waiting to see Sterling fire, haven't we, for a while. At various clubs. He was good for City, to be fair, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens here at Chelsea. This is a big opportunity.
Big quote from Jackson. He's come out and said, I may have fallen twice, but on the 3rd occasion I will rise. So that's big from Jackson. He's working with the numbers. What a legend.
Confidence.
He's big on confidence. And we're going to see a big showing from him in game week 3.
Yeah, sounds fair. Sounds very fair. And obviously, looking at their defenders as well, that Disasi and even Gusto. Is Gusto a long-term option? Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't even start this game. I don't know. I don't know how it goes down. It's going to be interesting to see what Poch does if he plays the back 4 and who gets shifted out. So, yes, a lot of curiosity in this game week 3. I'm a little bit pumped, but
interesting to see if Chelsea get a penalty and who takes it. Does Enzo take the penalty again? Because if he does, and he is on penalties for Chelsea this season at $5 million, I'm looking at him.
Enzo is good. I like Enzo. I mean, for me, not an FPL option for me, but if he's on penalties, hey, you gotta have a feel into that, hey.
That's it. I feel Jackson takes the penalty against Luton. Jackson's first goal as a penalty against Luton. That's what I'm calling it right now.
Sounds fair. Moving on to Villa, Aston Villa. Watkins, Diaby, Bailey. Are these options? Are these options that you're looking at?
Even David Luiz. I'm all about the bargain basement. Just the creme de la creme down the bottom. 5.5 million. David Luiz on penalties, perhaps.
David Luiz. His name's not David. Is that like something else? Luiz. You got the wrong Luiz.
So the David Luiz of Aston Villa. He goes by a different name of Aston Villa.
I like it.
He could be on corners. On some corners.
Yeah,
could be on penalties instead of Watkins. Maybe they're going to do a little bit of rotation like Odegaard, Saka. But who knows?
Yeah, that's it. I'll look for you personally. Watkins, not for me. Respect. He's a great player, but he looks like he's lost penalties because what's his name's taken 2 in a row now. This Luiz fella. He's good, Luiz, though. He scores corners as well. Like this guy, it could be an interesting option. And Diaby, obviously, he's blanked 1 game. I don't know. I wouldn't be kind of getting a bit antsy about that. It's 1 game. We know what he can do. He's already showed him what he can do. Bailey, same thing. For me, Diaby and Bailey, very similar players. So it's going to be interesting to see them collaborate together. Villa's going to have a season. There's no doubt. Digne as well, 3 assists in the Europa League game. Just options. They've got options. But not Watkins for me. Not for me. He's too expensive for me. I'd be going Isaac all day. All day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah, true. I feel you there. Watkins, Isaac, and let's see if Nicholas Jackson can get into that. Amongst those names, because we know we're going to get 15, 20 goal season out of Watkins. That's what you get out of the fella.
Fair.
And I feel we're going to get that from Isaac as well. Will we get that from Jackson? We don't know yet.
Action Jackson. All right, Mitoma and March, the Brighton boys, and maybe even Pedro. Throw him in there as well. What's the story down in Brighton? They're doing well. A couple of back-to-back 4-1 wins. Respect.
Yeah, man. I'm loving what De Zerbi's doing with this Brighton team. Mitoma and March look unplayable at the moment. There's March Brace. You call March pre-season. You love a bit of Solly.
Solly's a gun.
Bit of Solly in the old team.
Still haven't got him.
But the thing is with Brighton is their fixture runs come to an end. This is the last one where it's West Ham at home. A good fixture. I feel like they should get a few goals there again. But then they've got some tough fixtures after that. So those that had Brighton players, bravo. You've carried some beautiful points. Even a Stupien should be in the equation as well.
True.
However, would I be bringing in a Brighton player right now? Maybe not. Not with the fixtures coming up. However, they could completely defy the fixtures. Who knows what this Brighton team can do this season?
Fair. Yeah, definitely another team to keep an eye on. They've got players. They've got a lot of players. They've got a lot of dynamism, if that's a word. They got
Dynamism.
Dynamism. There you go. Yeah, Marchi obviously can score goals. Mitoma, they've just it's going to be interesting to see. I think they're all very well priced until European season starts, and then rotation is going to come in. It's the same as Villa. The rotation will come in for these teams. That's why a team like Chelsea is going to be interesting. The teams that haven't got those commitments are going to be interesting. Even the Brentford boys, no European commitments. Yeah, it's a lot easier. But for the time being, next couple of weeks, hey, all in. We'll see what's going on after international break. That's when it begins.
And the breaking news that Enciso, who had a great game in game week 2, he's actually pulled up with a knee injury, so he's out for about 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Which means those that held on to Pedro so far, I think he definitely gets some minutes. He's definitely got a bigger chance of minutes.
He'll start.
Considering Enciso took his position in game week 2. So those that still have João Pedro, you can definitely hold him as a bench option. Greggy said today, one of my mates that's playing the game, as 5.5 for Pedro as a bench option is a great option. I agree.
Yeah, fair play. And moving on to Arsenal, we've got Gabriel. What happens with Gabriel? Do we keep Gabriel? Do we sell him? I feel like it's all about the Fulham game. If he starts this game, then maybe this injury, this suspension leads to this moment. But at the same time, maybe he's on his way out. Let's see what Arteta has to kind of say in the next day or so, whenever it is. Interesting, huh?
Should be very interesting to see what happens with this Arteta lineup. Arteta's he's done a bit of a mischief, misplacing Gabriel out of the team. Something's going on there. We haven't been told what it is just yet. However, we've had a quote in saying that Gabriel will play lots of minutes this season from Arteta. What does that mean? Could it be lots of minutes off the bench? Could it be lots of minutes in Saudi Arabia? Who knows? But we're going to find out this week because I feel if he doesn't start against Fulham, Gabriel owners are in trouble, and only in the trouble of a transfer. That's all. So I feel like he'll be a top target for many if he doesn't start against Fulham, including myself, to get rid of. 4.9. I've lost 0.1 on him. Fair enough. Thank you, Gabriel, and but no thank you.
Yeah, fair play. Fair play. So, that's a good little roundup. I like that. Nice little roundup there. Bit of a quick fire, couple of players there. And
just on Arsenal too, Odegaard and Saka.
True. Odegaard and Saka, good options. Martinelli, all good options. I feel like you're gonna get the same from all of them. You know what I mean? I mean, if you want to double up on midfielders, I think they're probably the two best, aren't they? Saka and Odegaard. But at the same time, Martinelli, pick two of the three if you want to double up on midfielders from the same team, because they're just gonna be dancing with the points. You know what I mean? You don't even know. We don't even know if they're gonna be dancing with the penalties. I reckon they probably might be.
Is there a penalty dance at place right here? I feel yes, there is. And it was, if I was playing professional football, I would do it. If you and I were playing, I'd be like, hey, Geoff, you want to take this pen?
We share love. We share love.
Yeah, and that's it. You just never know. You never know who's going to take the pen. Could be, this guy. Could be this guy. Who knows? So Saka or Odegaard. Does Saka stack up for the next stack up? Does Saka stack up for the next pen? Let's find out. That's some more information Game Week 3 may bring us.
Touche. Yeah, no, interesting stuff. No, it's a beautiful game week coming up. Definitely pumped. A couple of quick transfers that, what have I done? I've taken out Fernandez. I've taken out, who else? I've taken out João Pedro, and I brought in Alvarez and Foden. A nice couple of sexy transfers there. And what have you done?
Yeah, I've mirrored old Joffy Boy, taken a -8. 3 boys have left. So I've said goodbye to Mr. Rashford. 9 million, when you're not delivering points, it's just that. It's too much for me. He probably scored this weekend. Rashford's gone. He's been replaced by Phil Foden. I've gotten rid of João Pedro as well for Alvarez. So I've gone through triple city attack. Going to attack these fixtures, this Sheffield United fixture.
Oh, yeah.
See what happens. 5-0 maybe.
They could belt them. They should belt them.
And I've rectified an error, just an oversight, maybe an overthinking by not having Mbeumo game week 1. And I brought Mbeumo in for Richarlison. Richarlison. Why did I bring him in? Maybe he's going to have a good season, but we have to wait and see on Richo. He's got some good fixtures coming up, but maybe you never know. So Mbeumo's come in, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the look of my team. I really trust these 3 players that I brought in. That's what it's all about, trust.
Trust.
So do you trust your players? And some of them you don't, some of them you do. It's good to feel into that.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, nice little episode here. Yeah, always a pleasure. And all the best in Game Week 3. Have some fun, enjoy it, and happy days. Happy days.
Sending you all beautiful, positive energy, truth, and light. As we say at FPL Take The Hit, always remember to stay positive.
Accept the Reds, but embrace those green arrows, guys.
You! Love you, boys.
Peace.
And girls. Adios, amigos.
Peace.
Ciao.